reminding you to always keep going. And now, introducing first, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage tonight with a record of 0 wins and 1 loss. His height, 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in at 129.2 pounds. He trains with White Buffalo Wrestling, and he fights out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tyler Preptime Hillard! And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight with a matching record of 0 wins and 1 loss. He steps in at 6 feet 1 inch tall, and he weighed in at 131.4 pounds. He trains with London Martial Arts, and he fights out of London, Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Andrew
Nice contingency for both these young men. Both these guys are fired up, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be high pace.
The fight will be big. Luke Wilson.
This one screams like, who's going to make the first mistake?
Definitely 100%. And for Hillard, trying to correct the wrongs from last fight. And in the case of Mills, he's got a gym now. He's got all this support. It's a lot of pressure.
And they're chanting his name out of here, over here from the London side. Andrew, and he's sticking that jab out there real nice.
That's going to be key.
And on the legs, gets the takedown pretty quickly, it is Hillard, and that's not super surprising, I don't think. Where we go from here is going to tell the tale.
This is where Hillard wanted to get in his first fight. We didn't get a chance to see him with top control, and he's got, this is prime spot here for prime time.
Yeah, exactly. Already this fight has kind of progressed a little bit more than his first fight, and we'll see if he's able to settle in and, maintain his top position and, not get too wild because, Mills is certainly squirmy down there on the ground.
I like what Mills just did. Use that big frame to get himself some space.
Big
wow!
slam, but there's that guillotine.
And this is going to be...
We'll see if he's got it or not.
He's fighting the hands.
Fighting the hands, and he does get out of it this time. Looking to pass is Tyler Hillard now into, he's got half guard here, does Andrew Mills. Using those long legs to create space, he's doing a really good job of that.
Hilliard's mouthpiece came out, a brief respite there for him to regroup. And we're back to standing, so 2 takedowns landed here in the early going for Hillard. Mills has been able to get back to the feet now, and he's trying to get the striking going.
And now he's in on that takedown, though. If they're not set up, that's how you can get hurt.
It is. And Mills looks like he's got some confidence growing. Gonna need to sprawl.
Going in for that takedown now. Relentless is Hillard, but Mills is making him pay. Now he finishes it off.
I don't know if Mills really had what he thought he had there, trying to grab the neck. This is good from Hillard.
Now come the strikes. Hillard drives forward now, and 1 minute to go in this first round, and it's been a wild one.
Yeah, it's valuable experience for Hillard, who you got to remember that this is his second amateur fight. This is basically the first real round of his career.
Sure.
So it's probably a big time adrenaline dump. He's really, it's like trying to keep a daddy long legs down because Mills has just got so much length on him. You saw right there.
And he does a good job of using it to create space. 30 seconds to go here, and Hillard's been able to have some top control, but he's taken damage in the process.
Yeah, that third takedown attempt was so naked. You saw it in our third bout of the evening. A bad takedown attempt, stuffed, knocked out, right? And Hillard has got to be mindful.
Right.
He's got to strike his way into these takedown attempts because you can find yourself face down on the canvas.
Side control now for Hillard with 10 seconds left to go. And this may put the stamp on the round for him in what has been a pretty close round, in my opinion.
It has been close. And I think the boys over there at White Buffalo Wrestling out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee, they're going to want to get Hillard on the stool, calm his nerves a little bit, right? Because man, you come out, you get one takedown, you're feeling great.
Good first round.
Yep. Get a second takedown, you're feeling great. Third takedown didn't look quite as great, and you took some damage. But right there, I don't know if I like that, right? He's jumping, he's firing up the crowd. I think he needs to compose himself. He's got Cutman Mark Laws who's going to tend to some blood coming from the nose. I'm curious to see the White Buffalo boys, what kind of adjustments they make. And meanwhile, Mills taking some big breaths over there on the stool, but
yeah, the cardio at this pace is going to be big. Can these guys keep that pace for 3 rounds? I don't know.
In this division, you got to have it though, Tim.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's
that comes with experience, I think.
Not many slow-paced
Right.
fights here in the 130, area.
That's very true. You got to have the gas tank to go those 3 rounds if you're gonna compete at the top level for sure. So this second round is going to be very telling, I think.
Yeah, they got to be telling Mills here,
Aries 29.
with all your energy, it's got to be in your hips to avoid the takedown. Because if he can avoid the takedown, I think he can win this fight.
Number 2.
Man, Hillard, you can tell, is really feeding off the energy of the crowd. Just kind of needs to center himself and really execute the game plan.
That London crowd starting to chant Andrew.
Yep.
There's a Tyler chant going too, though. Both these guys have got a nice fan contingency here tonight.
Man, it's got to be tough too. You don't have the most experience. Your adrenaline's just got to be going so high right now, because that was a very close round 1, Tim.
No doubt. An immediate takedown here from Tyler Hillard to start round 2, and not quite as much franticness here.
This is good. And it looks like Mills is kind of struggling to gain some space here. He's pinned up against the cage.
Yeah, trying to wrap those big long legs around
Oh my goodness,
him, though.
look
And
at
what
this.
do we have here?
This is like a reverse crucifix.
This could turn into a bad spot for Hillard here.
Yeah, Hillard almost needs to disengage and kind of try and get out of town.
See if Mills is able to at least use this to get up, and it looks like he will. And now another big takedown attempt. Will he get this slam or not?
I don't know.
That would be disheartening if he doesn't, I think. Now he'll switch it to a trip.
That position right there, Tim, is kind of one of the positions you see in a couple guys' second amateur fight. It's unorthodox, but that's really what makes a contest like this so intriguing.
And another takedown.
Oh, good
successful
stuff. Hey,
for Tyler
gotta
Hillard.
tip your cap to Hillard. He's got some dogged determination.
But I like how Mills is just constantly threatening, constantly using those long limbs to never let Hillard get comfortable.
Yeah, Mills fans are really coming alive.
Trying to get a foot in the hip there for a moment, it seemed. Now Hillard needs to do more damage here. Not doing a whole lot with this takedown.
No, about 90 seconds to go here in round number 2, and it's anybody's guess how the judges scored round number 1. So if Mills really can get some space, and get something good optically, this will be another closely contested round. But right now, Hilliard's where he wants to be.
Possible triangle attempt anyway here. There's a lot of room there, obviously, to close up. He's going to get slammed.
Oh, wow, but now he's in deeper on it.
Still got some room to work, but he's got to be careful here. We'll see if Mills is seasoned enough to finish this thing.
I don't know if he will be. It's not looking great, but it's getting tighter.
It's getting a little better.
Now it's
getting tighter.
Oh, my
Another
gosh.
big slam
Look at
potentially
this. Man, Hillard is a strong guy in a small package.
Yeah,
I got to give him credit.
Mills just quite knows enough on the ground here to be able to finish this thing off, but you never know. It could prove me wrong.
It's getting
he's
gnarly.
Getting closer.
It's getting gnarly.
We'll see what happens here. It's getting close now.
I mean,
There's still a little bit of air there. There you see some gap.
he needs to start wrenching on that arm.
Only 18 seconds. Can Tyler Hillard hold on? Going to grab that leg, try to cinch it up a little bit more, but only 10 seconds. And there's room there.
Oh, man. This is high drama here at the end of round 2.
And I don't think he's going to get it here. But he certainly made a nice case for himself in that last 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mentioned on the walkout small versus tall and how I wish we had Torres' perspective. The reason we don't, man, he is loving this fight from across the cage, and just like the rest of the fans in here, because, man, what a hell of a round that was, Tim.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's the replay as we see the beginning of this triangle threat. We got a couple big slams out of it, but never was quite able to get out of there from at least being threatened.
That's the height discrepancy, right? Because as Hillard goes to lift and slam, Mills is so tall, his head barely gets off the canvas.
Right.
So he's slamming his lower body, and he is kind of throwing himself into further peril, but it's good optics for Hilliard.
These rounds are not easy to judge.
No, it's not. It's not. That's a great point.
Because it's kind of that question, like how much credit do you give to a submission attempt that wasn't successful?
Or control time with not much damage.
Right, exactly. We had both.
Well, for round 3, keys to victory, Mills has got to keep this thing standing, man. I think if he could get the jab going and stop a couple takedowns, just stay at space.
I don't feel like either guy should be comfortable going into this third round that they can cruise at all.
No, both of them have to go into danger to try and secure a victory.
Round 3 of 3 here. Tyler Hillard and Andrew Mills. We get that immediate takedown just right off the rip from Tyler Hillard, but Mills not got to go easy.
No, Mills has just got to get his hips a little more active there as he sees Hillard coming in. Easier said than done, though.
That first round, there was a lot more explosion, a lot more scramble there out of Mills.
It's grueling. It's a grueling style to go against with Hillard, and Hillard now trying to secure the hands underneath his opponent. Maybe he's trying. What do you see here, Tim? He's trying to make it very uncomfortable for Mills.
I mean, it looks like maybe an arm triangle he's trying to work on.
But he's on the wrong side of the body to do that.
He doesn't have it at all. But now he's there he goes. There he goes.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can finish this up. We got 2 minutes to go. A lot of time to finish this thing for Tyler Hillard.
Trying to get a look at the grip as far as underneath. So much of it is going to.
Now he goes off to the mount. I don't know that was necessarily the best move.
I mean, he could posture up and rain some blows here if he wants to compose himself for a minute. There it is, Luke Wilson calling for more action.
Needing action now. He's got a mount position, the most dominant position he's had. Let's see if he can do anything with it. He needs to be doing work.
Hilliard's got to posture up if he can. Obviously, Mills is hanging on to the back of his head.
Halfway home in this third and final round. As of right now, Tyler Hillard looking like he may at least get this round. But again, not a lot of damage being done. And I wouldn't put it beyond Luke to stand him up even out of a mount position if he's not working.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, the key is if he's not working, right?
1 minute, just a little over a minute to go here. I'd like to see a little more urgency, especially out of Mills at this point.
Yeah, Mills is kind of getting smothered right now by the top control of Hillard. I think Hillard just got to throw caution to the wind and get some good strikes in here to really put a stamp on the round.
A little effort there from Mills. Got to give up that back potentially to try to get up maybe.
Yeah, I think some valuable lessons being learned by both fighters again here.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Both these guys will grow a ton from this, especially after both had such tough outings in their first fights. They're going to get to go all 3 rounds, it appears here. They'll both grow.
And I mean, for Hilliard, you already see the improvements, right? He was in a guillotine earlier. He got out of it. Was in a triangle, didn't succumb to it.
Yeah.
And now he's been on top position here for the entirety of the third round.
20 seconds to go now. Tyler Hillard, I think there's no doubt has gotten this round. We'll see if the judges gave him either of the first 2. We'll only need one of them, I believe, to get this decision.
Yeah, I would personally lean towards Mills round 1. And then I thought there was enough control time there from Hilliard in rounds 2 and 3. But again, rounds 1 and 2 so close. So close. Most definitive round of the fight there for Hilliard. He's feeling it. He thinks he's done enough.
Really good fight, guys.
Yeah, that's
from
good
both
stuff.
Of these young men. 20 and 22 years old, though, these young men.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Both of them in their second fight here as an amateur. We will get a word with the winner, whoever that is, once the judges' scorecard decision is read.
judges tonight, Johnny Stewart, Lisa Duran, Josh Amato. Curious how they call this thing. Myself and Dylan leaning 2-1 for Hillard, but first 2 rounds, both close in their own ways. And now we'll find out. Lance Green getting ready to enter the cage. Let's find out who the judges have decided is our winner here at Aries 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, following 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecard. Judge Johnny Stewart sees this fight 30-27, Lisa Dorn 29-28, and Josh Amato 29-28, all in favor of by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Tyler Franklin!
29-28, that's how I had it personally, so I agree with 2 of those.